how to get along with our siblings. First, we need to understand that even though we grew up in the same house, maybe with the same parents, each of us had a completely different experience. It is very different to be the first one than to be the second one when somebody else is already there, or to be the third or the fourth, where there's 3 other siblings before us. And our parents were experiencing different things in their lives. Maybe they had conflicts with each other. Maybe they had difficulties at work. Maybe they were having challenges with their health. So every single experience is completely different. So we cannot think about our siblings in the way that we think about ourselves, that they had what we had. They didn't. And we have no idea how was their experience, because only they know. So we need to remember this. A second thing that we need to remember is that we all have different entanglements in the family system. This is what we carry from the family system. Sometimes we share the same things, but often it is different. So if a sibling is having a very challenging life, it's because they're carrying something that is harder, that is more traumatic, that is more difficult to deal with. And if we were carrying that, maybe we would do it actually worse. But thanks that for them to carry that, we are not carrying it. We have a better life because of that. So we need to honor and respect them and say thank you. We need to understand that they are struggling and they're doing the best that they can. We need to honor their destiny and believe in their capacity to do the best that they can and to actually heal whatever they're carrying for their greatest benefit. We need to be able to see that in them, and that way they will connect to that. Something that is also important is to let go of the desire to be the favorite one of the siblings or of the parents. Realize that when we were young children, we were competing with each other. This is normal, part of survival. We want to be seen, want to be acknowledged. We want that attention, especially of our parents. But now we are adults. We don't need that anymore. We're responsible for ourselves. Our parents are not responsible for us anymore. It is us. So we're going to let go of that desire of competing with each other, of being the favorite one of our parents or of another sibling. And then we need to know and realize that each one has their place in the family system according to what is that role of each place. So for example, I am my parents' daughter. I'm my children's mother. And I'm sibling of my siblings. And this feels like very obvious, but often we are not in our place. Sometimes we are our siblings' parents. We're telling them what to do, we're protecting them, we're taking care of them. And that is not our place, that's not our role. It doesn't matter how we ended up there. If you realize that you're in this role, you need to step out of it because it is not healthy. It is hard to have good relationships on the long term if we're not in our place. Sometimes we are our parents' parents, telling them what to do all the time, taking decisions for them. And again, that is not our place. We're going to have strength when we're in our place regarding each other person in the family system. So we need to take our place and leave the place of everybody else. We need to realize that everybody belongs in the family system, no matter what they're doing. So even if we don't get along with others in the family system, we need to give them their place. We need to honor and respect them and always consider them part of the family system. And this is something that we do in our heart. Doesn't matter if we don't have conversations with them, if we don't see them, because we just don't get along. Sometimes that happens. But in our heart, we honor and respect them, and we send them our love. And we know that they're part of the family system. And when we're doing this, if we have half siblings, it is helpful to think of siblings. We're all siblings. We're all connected by this bond. They're all part of my family system. And everybody's important. Everybody has their place. So it's important to see everybody in that way. And to remember as well that we're all humans. We all make mistakes. We're all trying to do the best that we can. And no matter what, we all belong And we all have the right to be loved, to feel worthy, to be seen, to be valued. And again, this doesn't mean that we need to change the day-to-day relationship if we just don't get along with someone. If we don't, then we do this from our heart. And that sometimes helps to change the day-to-day relationship. Sometimes it doesn't. But at least it gives us the strength to be able to start having a better relationship with them on the future. And we're all equal. No one is better. Nobody's worse. No matter how we're experiencing our life, we're all equal. And when there is conflicts, either our parents are having conflicts with our siblings, or parents between them, or siblings with other siblings, something that is very important is to be out of the conflict. If it doesn't have to do with us, we need to get out of the middle. Sometimes we're in the middle of our parents and their conflicts, sometimes in the middle of the conflicts of other siblings, and that is not our place. We need to let everybody resolve their own issues without being in the middle, because that is going to bring difficulties in the relationships that we have with the others. It's going to take away our strength in our life because we are not in our position. If somebody asks us for a recommendation of what to do, from our heart, honoring, respecting everybody, giving them their place, we can say what we would do if we were in that situation, but always with love. And letting them do whatever they think they should do. And without getting in the middle, without solving things for them, without being the mediator of the conflict, of the situation. So when we're able to do all these things, we're going to be in our position, we're going to have strength, and we're going to be able to have better relationships with everyone in the family system. And this is from the perspective of family constellations. Because of course, we need to learn how to communicate. We need to learn how to be assertive. We need to learn how to say no, how to say yes, how to have our own barriers, how to protect ourselves from when we have difficult members in the family system. All those things are important. But first, I wanted to share the perspective of family constellations, because often that is the one that we don't know. So I hope this is helpful for you so that you're able to have a good relationship with your siblings.